Hi everyone! Today I'm going to show you how to do a French manicure using two different methods. The first method is using a stamping plate. This is the Conad French tip plate. And the second method is using the French tip guides. So I'm going to start with my base coat, and I'm using Nail Magic Base Coat Therapy. And I'm going to do a thin coat on all of my nails. So now I have my base coat done, and along with the two methods, I'm also going to show you a variety of colors you can use for a French manicure. The first color I'm going to use is Orly's French Manicure in Bare Rose, and I'm going to do a thin coat on my pinky, and I'm going to do one coat on my pinky and two coats on my ring finger, and I'm going to let it dry between each coat. And then I'm going to use Orly's Beverly Hills Manicure in Plum. This is essentially the same color, except it's a little more sheer. It gives you a more natural look. And again, I'm going to apply one coat to my middle finger, and I'm going to do two coats on my index finger. So now I'm going to do the second coat on my ring finger. And the second coat on my index finger. And then I'm going to use Sally Hansen's Hard as Nails and Sheer Strawberry on my thumb. And I'm going to do one thin coat of that. And then I'm going to use Finger Paints Brushstroke Blush on my other thumb. Next, I'm going to use Sally Hansen's Maximum Growth in Vanilla Whimsy. And I'm going to put one coat on my index finger. Next, I'm going to use Sally Hansen's Insta-Dry in Petal Pusher. Now I'm going to use the Orly's French Manicure again, and then I'm going to add a coat of China Glaze Fairy Dust. I'm going to let that dry first. I'm going to do that on my ring finger and my pinky. Now I'm going to add China Glaze Fairy Dust to my ring finger. And I'm going to add Orly's Twilight to my pinky. And now we let the base color dry. If you want to speed up the process, you can apply a quick dry top coat, which is what I'm going to do, and once it's dry, I will be right back. I have my base color all dry now, and I'm ready to start stamping the tips, and I'm going to use Sally Hansen's Insta-Dry in Whirlwind White. Two things I learned using the stamping plate is, one, you want to hold the scraper at an angle and not vertical to the plate. So you want to hold it at an angle like this rather than up and down like this. You also want to scrape with the design instead of against the design, and I'll show you the reason why. So here's what happens when you scrape against the design. It leaves you with a hole in the center. So to avoid that, you want to scrape with the design, like that. And that gives you a perfect tip. And now we're ready to start stamping. This stamping plate is good for short nails like mine. If you have longer nails, it might not work. With the double stamping, you'll create a line in the center and it just won't look very finished. That's why I'm going to show you using the tip guides for longer nails. But if you have short nails, this would be good, and you would just match up the size to the nail. So I'm going to use the center one on my pinky. And now you want to apply your polish. You just want to cover the whole design. Doesn't have to be neat. Go with the direction. Stamp it on. And then you'll want to line it up on your nail and then evenly apply it. And then if you have a little extra hanging over, that's fine. You can just take your finger and smooth that out. And there's your tip. And now I have my whole left hand stamped. A tip for stamping is you want to apply firm pressure. You don't want to press too hard because the image will transfer very easily. You just want to apply firm pressure as you roll across the nail, and it helps to keep the nail at eye level. That way you can constantly see where the line is being placed, and then you can line it up against your own natural smile line, and that will create a very natural and perfect looking French tip. And now I'm going to do my right hand using the tip guides. So we're going to apply the guide. And you want to, if you're using the tip guides, you want to make sure that your base color is completely dry, because if it's not, the sticker will pull up the color when you peel it off. So you just want to line up the bottom of it to where your natural smile line is. So it should just go right above the smile line, and you want to make sure you push it completely down and down on the sides so that the color can't get under. And I'm going to apply these to the rest of my nails, and I'll be right back. I have all the tips applied to my nails and we're ready to paint. Again, I'm using the Sally Hansen Insta-Dry in Whirlwind White. It's a very opaque white, so you only need one coat. So we're going to apply one thin coat. And then peel off the guide, and there's your white tip. And then any that's around the edges, just clean up with your brush. I've completed the tips on my right hand, and this is what they look like. Now that I've completed all of the white tips, I'm going to go back and finish with either the Beverly Hills Manicure in Plum or the Vanilla Whimsy based on the base color. So for the pinks, I'm going to use the Beverly Hills Manicure, and for the more nude, I'm going to use the Vanilla Whimsy. Now, if you like the look of the pink with the bright white, then you could just apply the top coat and you're done. But if you want a more natural look, then you would apply these colors over it. I'm gonna leave the ones that I did with the glitter, I'm gonna leave those plain. So I'm going to apply one thin coat. And now I'm going to apply a thin coat of the Vanilla Whimsy to the pale pinks and the nude. And once you've applied your top color, you can apply your top coat. And I'm going to use Orly's Polished. I've now applied my top coat, and this is the finished result. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.